Tribal Trails.
Welcome to Tribal Trails. We are here in Dawson City, and our guests today is Chuck and Bonnie Barber. And they have a fantastic testimony and have lived in the community for many years. And I'm sure you will enjoy their testimony. It's a great one. Thank you, Bonnie and Chuck, for being our guests today. And Bonnie, I'm going to ask you to share just a little bit about your childhood when you were young.
Well, I grew up in the church, and at that time it was a Brethren church.
Okay. In Dawson?
In Dawson, and my mother was a believer, and we went to church regularly. My father attended, but never really came to know the Lord. And we decided that we'd be going together, and we decided that we'd start going to church because my mother had left, and sort of questioning what is all this about. And we finally decided that church was the best way. And my childhood was good. It was a happy one, and my parents were steady, and my mother was a stay-at-home mom. And
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have 2 older brothers and an older sister. I'm the tag-along on the family, and so I sort of grew up on my own. And but I had them.
And so what tribe are you from?
So we're from here, and it's
Trondheim.
Trondheim, and the language is Han. To say it was my grandmother who lost her status.
And did you apply for it?
Yeah, and so then I was allowed to apply, and I got it back. And the same with Chuck. His mother married a non-native person, and so she lost her status. So.
And you got yours back too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then because we're half and half, and we got our statuses back that way, then it made our children full status.
How was Dawson when you were young?
There wasn't many people here at the time, and people that lived here and decided to leave, they would just up and leave because it was too costly.
Was there roads here?
The highway didn't come in until 1952, and so you had left on a steamboat up the river to Whitehorse, and that would go in the fall or any time during the summer. So houses were loaded with all people's possessions, but nobody lived in them because there wasn't that many people left. And as a kid, we would go in and play dress up and play house and in buildings that didn't belong to us, but we had fun. Our parents didn't mind. We never locked our doors. Everybody was a big family, and everybody looked out for everybody else.
And where did you grow up, Chuck?
We lived up on the White River, which is up the river quite a ways. And
okay.
my dad trapped and he cut wood for the steamboats. And we also lived at Sturt City, which is 75 miles upriver. And we came to town, to Dawson, when I was about 7, so our family could attend school.
You come from a big family?
We had 7 in our family, 7 kids. And I'm kind of about the middle, I guess.
So did you hear about the gospel?
Not till I came to Dawson, and one of my friends took me to Sunday school when I was about 8, I think, and because there was a contest going on, so he needed to bring a friend, so that's how I started going to Sunday school.
And so then you grew up in Dawson.
Yeah, spent all our life here, I guess.
So Bonnie, when did you accept the Lord?
When I was young, and then until my mother left, I truly believed. And then I sort of let it go for a while. But I was close, like I prayed all the time. And then when we got married, we decided to continue to go to the church.
And when did you accept the Lord?
When I was fairly young, I guess, probably about 10 or 11.
So what did you do in the town, Chuck?
I worked for highways department, mechanicking.
Yeah.
Spent 30 years there, and before that I worked for GM Garage for 8 years.
So what do you do, Bonnie?
After high school, I went to business college and got my clerking and secretarial. And so I worked in offices. And the last one was at the Robert Service School. I was there for 18 years and retired from that in 2007.
You go to church here at the community chapel?
We're involved in different aspects. I'm on the board. Chuck used to be the maintenance fellow, but he gave that up this last time. And every year then they decide, and I'm the treasurer of the church. And we do have Bible studies during the winter, so we'll do that during the winter months.
And what else do you do?
And then I quilt on Tuesdays with the community. Hi, I'm Bonnie Barber. I'm a quilter. I always loved to quilt. Way back when I was younger, I could see quilts. They were all pieced together by hand. And I thought, well, one of these days, maybe when I retire, I might quilt. And then along the way in 1993, this lady moved to Dawson, and she was a strip quilter. It was a new thing where you used a rotary cutter and a ruler and made your pieces of fabric into strips. And then you sewed them together. And I was intrigued. I thought, okay, I'll take a course with her, so I did. Now, I got into strip quilting where you took material and did different styles of quilts. As you can see, I've done a star quilt in just bits and pieces of material that you can gather after you've done other quilts. There's things left over so that you can put them into another quilt. The Canada 150, I did a mystery quilt which turned into maple leaves. I've done mystery quilts on New Year's Eve. And I don't have a long arm quilting machine, and a long arm quilting machine quilts them together. I have a friend in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan that I send these to her, and they come back quilted, but all I have to do is bind it now. I need to bind the edges so that they're all tucked in. And because she has done so many of them, they're very reasonably priced, and so it's worth my while to send them to her. Not only do you do big quilts, but you would also do smaller ones. And it's into quilting. And this is a mantelpiece or something that you could hang on your wall at Christmas. How about a doll with a quilt? An angel. And this is sun printed fireweed. Fireweed is the flower of the Yukon. And you put that out in the sun with the fireweed on there, and it bleaches out the material background and gives you the fireweed. What else do I have? How about a Christmas tree? And you can do a little table runner. I had somebody embroider the bee for the barbers. So not only do you do big quilts, you can get into little quilts. Here's another little tree I'm going to eventually decorate, but I haven't done that yet. But you can do just little guys, and people enjoy them as gifts. This quilt is called a 10-minute block. It's kind of different. It is with a 10-inch squares, and you sew 4 of them, actually 5, but you have the 5th one in the middle, so this would be a block. And then when this one comes up in the middle, if you saw the other side, it would look like you just sewed 4 blocks. But this is sort of tucked in and comes up in the middle and you can sew it down. In 2003, Whitehorse put out a bulletin saying we want quilts from the Yukon to go to a quilt show in Waterloo, Ontario. If you have a quilt that you want to send in, to make sure your name was on it, and we had to have a special cardboard roll to wrap it around and a bag to put it in, and it had to be, you know, into this bag a certain size and everything. So I did it, and I sent it in, and it was advertised in the Canadian Quilter magazine in 2003, along with a few other peoples from the Yukon. So they didn't win anything, but they were shown. When I started quilting also was a year or so later. I told Ruth Midget about it, and at the time her husband was ministering in Burns Lake, BC. She says, well, you'll have to come down and show us how to quilt. So she gathered up all kinds of ladies, and I was working at the school at the time. I worked there for 18 years as the school secretary. And at spring break, which was a week in March, I said to Chuck, we're going to Burns Lake. And I said, you and Carrie was with us, and I said, you guys can go skiing at Smithers, and I'm going to Burns Lake to quilt. So we went off, took us 2 days to get down there. I did the quilting retreat for 2 days, and they skied for 2 days at Smithers, and they picked me up and we came home, and I was gone 6 days in time to get back to work again. But I think there was probably a dozen people down there that quilted with me, and I did it 3 times, 3 years in a row, taking my patterns, and I bought all the mats and the rulers and everything and sold them to them, and got everybody going there. And then it was just amazing, the quilts that came out of Burns Lake after. And because I've gotten into this, we used to gather at the home ec room in the school, and it got so that it was too big. There wasn't enough room for us. And so I thought, well, you should find some place where we can spread out and can have quite a few of us together. And so I came to the church and asked the church if I could have quilting here. And it's been very good because there's women from the community that have no Christian background on that, and it gives them time to ask me what the church is about, what do they believe in, how does it run, how come the pastor is not the pastor anymore, how come, you know, how do you put up with these people, how come you invited these people that are homosexual to the Christmas banquet, they asked. And I said, well, we love them as people, we don't love what they do. And it's been absolutely wonderful. One girl sends her kids to camp every year, but she's not a believer. Yeah, it's been good. Been able to talk with people, and they invite people, and it's just been growing. This one lady that comes, they're not Christians, she just lost her husband, and she was sort of wallowing in her sorrows, and finally somebody said, why don't you come quilting? And she keeps telling me, that was the best decision I made, was to come here and quilt. And she says, I just love it here. Yes.
So you worked as a secretary, and and you said you enjoyed the students the best. So what kind of an interaction did you have with the students?
Helping them,
Okay.
and we had an autistic boy.
Oh, okay.
Whenever he was afraid of something, he was told to come to the office.
Okay.
And so I would sort of look after him, and especially at recess, because of his autism, he didn't like anyone touching him.
Yes.
And so when it was windy, the wind would touch him, and he would cry because somebody was touching him, and he didn't know who.
Yeah.
So usually at recess, he'd come down and sit with me. And I was sort of the buffer between them and the staff sometimes, helping them to explain themselves to what they were doing or not doing, and we got along fine. The respect that I see from them now that they're all growing and into adults with me is just amazing. Because I treated them as people and not somebody that needed help. I treated them as equal. And the same with the staff. The staff was very good too. And
So were you walking with the Lord when you were a secretary of the school?
oh yes,
Okay.
I walked with the Lord for most of my life. Yeah.
Did that seem to be a problem?
It was no problem for me. It may have been problems with other people, but for me, it was good, you know, and trying to be fair and trying to be honest. Not trying to be, but being honest. And
If your gift is serving others, serve them well. If you are a teacher, teach well. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If it is giving, give generously. If God has given you leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously. And if you have a gift for showing kindness to others, do it gladly.
Do you work with children?
no, I've given that up. I figured the younger people, about time they stepped up. But I used to teach a lot of Sunday school and after school programs
We do camp every year.
every year.
When did it start?
I don't know, when was our first camp? Do we have
1976,
Yeah.
How did that start?
between a friend, Ruth Midget, and us, and we decided that our children needed to go to camp. So we started it, and at that time we had to send missionary in for the summer. It started out with 8 kids. We've been going ever since.
Where did it start?
At Rock Creek,
At Rock Creek?
yeah, at someone's summer house.
Oh, okay. And now, how many do you have?
No, we have quite a few, I think.
30?
We had 32 the first week this year,
And you go for how many weeks?
3 weeks, starting Father's Day till after July 4th. Yeah. We have 8 cabins that can hold 7 children with a counselor.
With a church this size, tell me some of the miracles that took place in the growth of that camp.
The growth happened when we realized how much land we had, and we walked at the borderline and we saw a vision of cabins and the dining hall, and we put out that we needed help to do this, and a small church in Ashcroft, BC answered that call and came up with 6 cabins for us and a dining hall. And other people gave, and one mine closed down, so we got some of their stuff. And the missionary from Fort McPherson had started coming before we moved across the creek, and he was so happy that he could bring children from his area. And then we invited Tim from Ross River to bring children from his area. So now it's on a regular basis.
Was that the only camp in the area?
Yes, and they felt that going into Whitehorse was just too far, and they just wanted a smaller camp that focused on Native students, not students, campers, and that's what we do. We do have other people come, but the majority of them are from the Native communities. And he not only brings from Fort McPherson, but he brings from Syzachik. It's another village that's outside of Fort McPherson. So he gathers kids up there also. And he goes in between camps. He brings his family and the first load of kids the first week, and the family stays in between, and he goes back, takes those campers back and brings in a different load the next week. and he does that twice. So, and that trip is long, and sometimes roads close, sometimes the ferry is closed, and we pray that he makes it through, and it's just amazing that he can do that.
Wonderful that they can have, something like that in this area.
Yes, and it was good for the kids to get out of there and see something else and know about the Lord. It's just, and they keep wanting to come back. We had this one girl that came before she was old enough and and stayed. She was 16 and she still wanted to come. So she did.
Is there anything you would like to share, Chuck, about your walk with the Lord?
John 3:16, I think, it's probably one of the first verses I learned, I think. I think a lot of people, it's one of the first ones.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
What about you?
A psalm, and it's 121. Where I lift my eyes unto the hills, which cometh my help, and my help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. So I just love that little.
Why do you love that?
Because it's, all you have to do is lift your eyes. You don't have to do anything else. And he's there, and he's constant, and he'll never leave you or forsake you. He's your helper and person to go to, and he's your friend. He comforts you, and doesn't matter what you've done, he's there to ask for forgiveness, to encourage you, to say, I'm all you need.